Hello, hello, hello. We are moving right along into this year 2025. This is Valentine's season. That is, according to society. The Bible teaches us to love one another every day, not just one day. In John 13:34 to 35, Jesus commands us to love one another as he loves us, and that they, people, will know we are his disciples by our love. This means remembering that we were once unlovable to others, except we were never unlovable to God. All of us are God's children, and to some people, we may be the only Bible they ever see. As long as we have breath, if we have not accepted Christ as our Savior, we still have time. If we accepted Christ as our Savior, our walk ought to reflect our talk. We must learn how to let things that do not matter go. When we remember what Jesus went through with people, even before he got to the cross, we will remember that as his disciples, we are not exempt from the very same treatment he endured for the sake of our salvation. And we can not only endure it, but get through it with his peace that passes all of man's understanding. He never told us this road would be easy, but he did tell us this road is narrow and there are few that find it. I know firsthand about betrayal from family, friends, and church folk. I know what it's like to forgive so that I will be free to continue to love them as God did with me. I cannot judge anyone who wronged me because that belongs to God. I can do my best to love them and pray for them as someone loved me enough to pray for me until I could pray for myself. Yes, it hurt. Yes, I cried. I cried like a baby whose 2 a.m. feeding is way late. I punched pillows. I even yelled at God. Then I finally blew the snot out of my nose, washed my face, straightened my crown, anointed my head, and told the devil, "You lost this round. Now kick rocks and keep it moving." How can we show the world God in us if we are only willing to love those who love us? How can we show the world God in us if we treat people the way they treat us, whether it be good or bad? We are set apart and sanctified for the glory of God, not because we are better than anyone else, but because we believed that Jesus died for us, that we might live an abundant life here on earth until it's time to spend eternity with him in heaven. We show the world God in us when we walk what we talk. I don't have no days that I wake up on the wrong side of the bed and catch an attitude, because the fact that I was on the wake up list is a blessing all by itself. Let us take this opportunity to show love and appreciation to our family, friends, co-workers, extended family, and yes, even strangers while we can, and they are still here with us. The last I heard, phones work both ways. While we may be waiting for them to make the call first or text first, the opportunity may slip right past, and there won't be an opportunity to say, "Hey, how are you?" Being the first to apologize is never a sign of weakness. It takes a strong person to admit to being wrong, and an even stronger one when we feel we are right but want to make and keep peace. Let's get our heart and minds right. Today, many of us will be celebrating the Lord's Supper at communion, and we must have our heart right, or we are defeating the purpose of remembering the reason for the broken body and shed blood. It's time for love, not just for the season, but for the reason of being a Christian. Thank you for your time today. May God continue to bless your life.